Hi, I'm Mr. D, and today in my kitchen I'm going to cook a Portuguese seafood stew. This would normally in Portugal be cooked in a pan they call a cataplana. Now cataplana is like a big clam shell which clamps together, but we're going to use our thermal cooker. Now I'm going to talk you through each ingredient as we put them in, and if you want the recipe, all you need to do is go to my website, which is www.thethermalcook.com, and I will have it there. So let's get cooking. Right, so we need to turn the gas on, and we need a sort of medium heat on that, so we turn that medium heat. The first thing we need to put in here is about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. 1, there we go. We'll just turn up the heat a little bit. We want that to start shimmering a little bit, and into that we're going to put our 2 bay leaves. This is always good to put your herbs into the olive oil, because then it infuses the flavours into the olive oil. And we're putting our thyme at the moment in, so just you just run your fingers down, all the little bits of thyme come off. We don't want the stalks in there, so once again get those in there, and okay. Now I'm just looking, what I really want to happen, just waiting for these bay leaves to slightly brown. And I'm now going to put in also my garlic. Now be very, very careful with garlic, because the last thing we want is the garlic to burn. So, because it will become quite acrid if it burns. So let's put that in. I can smell that. We just want to. This has turned out absolutely minimum heat, but this is quite a big ring here. So you can see the temperature. With the heavy bottom on the pot, of course, we get a good distribution of heat. Now our next thing to put in is the onions, because we need to soften the onions, so we put our onions in. Need to soften those slightly. The onions, and we'll put in at the same time the green peppers. There's the stir. Now we can afford to turn the heat up just a little bit. Just give those a few minutes just to soften. And at the same time we can put the chilli in now. The chilli in as well. Now with this, because we're cooking fish, we have to be very careful with fish because it's so easy to overcook. So we're going to make our sauce up first, and then we'll put the fish in at the last minute, and then we'll put it in the outer part, shut the lid and leave it to cook. So what I don't really want is I don't want it bubbling away during that time with the fish in. So always, if you're doing fish, I always advise make your stock first. You're going to cook the fish in, be it a curry stock or whatever, and then put your fish in at the last minute, and just let the heat of the stock do the cooking for you. Now at this stage I'm going to put 1 fish stock cube in, because we're going to be using water. And this will start so I'll let that mix in, get these flavours going. You can now really smell. You can smell all the flavours. The fish stock cube is actually. Now I can smell the onions and the green peppers. The onions are starting to soften a little bit. As you can see, they're starting to get a bit translucent. I don't want them burnt. I just need them translucent. I'll add the potatoes to us. It's all nicely together. I want to get all those flavours mingling together first. Okay, now I'm going to add the chorizo. Just going stirring it and getting all the flavours mixed together. And now we're going to add our tin of tomatoes. This is going to give it a lovely colour and that lovely Mediterranean look. Now I'm going to add some wine. I've got, I want to add about 200 millilitres of wine. I'll put it in the tin here. Give it a swirl around. Whatever. There we go. Now I'm going to turn the gas up now because I want to get this. And I now need about 200 millilitres of water. Everything is nicely covered with liquid now. Now at this stage I'm going to give it a quick grind of some bit of black pepper. I'll be fine on that. Now what I want with this, I'm going to leave this for 5 minutes. It's just starting to come to the boil. I'm going to leave this for 5 minutes to simmer. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is add the fish and whatever juices were with the fish. Fish goes in like so. Put its lid on, just give it another minute. To serve this, we're going to sprinkle it with chopped coriander and have it with some nice crusty bread. There we go, that's that minute gone. Turn the gas off and put the inner pot into the outer pot, shut the lid, and now that can cook for up to 2 hours without any power.